Jeremy Weiss here live at RetailX. I'm here with Robert. Robert, tell people about you and what your company does.
Sure. My name is Bob Pernice, and I'm the Global Director of Market Development for RFID for Avery Dennison in the beauty segment.
Okay.
Yeah. And Avery Dennison is a global leader in, best way to put it is adding digital identity to products, either through traditional labels or RFID or Bluetooth or lots of different solutions that will do exactly that. So.
Talk about some, you probably have a lot of interesting client stories. Who sticks out to you?
Oh, well.
Of someone who you've helped?
Well, my focus is in beauty, but my background is in RFID, and Avery Dennison's big success in RFID has been in retail apparel. So we've got a lot of companies to adopt RFID in their stores, and RFID helps them true up their inventory and make their inventory more accurate so they can make better decisions. But in the beauty side, it's pretty interesting because they're more interested in the interaction with the product in a way that maybe RFID can connect or make it a different kind of connection with the product beyond just picking it up, trying it on. But the interesting thing is, in general, what we found is that even though these customers are interested in what can RFID do for me to make this connection, when we talk to them about what it can do to improve their inventory accuracy, they get really excited. It's like, boy, we had no idea it was this bad. We had no idea that we were missing sales because the inventory wasn't, present. And beauty, and it, differently from apparel, maybe a bit, it's very personal. Someone goes into a beauty store to try something on, to test it out, to develop their look. Apparel is something that, you can try it on, and maybe next week when the weather is cold, you'll do this. It's certainly part of your look. But with beauty, it's the face
like an everyday life
you put forward. So what we're trying to do with our technology is make that product available so that she can go into the store and have the confidence that it's there, try new things, and even if, well, now I've got a comfort with this brand and color, I'm going to buy it online. So that's been really cool, is to bring that kind of enablement to sort of an older business. Beauty's really forward-looking with respect to branding and things like that, but from an inventory standpoint, they're not. So to be able to do that and bring something that's pretty basic to them that they didn't really even think about has been really exciting. It's a lot of different brands and retailers. It's a bit of an awakening.
Yeah, what are some of the big pain points you see?
Well, one of the biggest pain points was that with apparel, it's pretty easy to tag these items because the way RFID works, if there's an air gap, it can be read, and you can read 10,000 items like in a half an hour, so it allows you to do inventory.
Amazing.
But with beauty, there's a high liquid content, and also there's a lot of metallic embellishments on packaging, and those types of that content and the embellishment hinders the reading of the tag.
Really?
Yeah, so we had to develop...
It hinders the technology.
Well, it prevents the tag from being read. It's like, imagine a barcode and holding your hand up in front of it. You can't read it. So when the tag is put directly on metal or liquid, you can't read the tag. It prevents the tag from being read. And what the tag contains is information that says, this is what I am. But not only is this what I am, it's I'm this number of this item. So even though a barcode indicates that it's this style, color, and size, the RFID information says that I'm this item, and that's what allows them to be counted in a parallel way in large numbers. So we were able to develop RFID technology that reads on liquid and it reads on metal.
Wow.
So now the inventory that can be taken in beauty can be done similarly to the way that it's really widely done now in apparel.
Wow.
So,
what are you seeing with some of the future trends with what you do?
I think that the tip of the spear for RFID is that the product in the store is available when the customer wants to buy it, and it allows the store to use their inventory to fulfill e-com orders. They have the confidence down to the last unit that they can pick from that store, or say, come on and it's here. You've got an event tonight, you want to pick up this particular thing. But
they don't want someone to come and like, wait, let me look, and they come back an hour later and say, I can't find it.
Exactly right. You lose a customer that way. But what will happen is once it's adopted in the store, the brands will start using it back in the supply chain because their supply chains are reasonably efficient, but they're plagued by 21 cases being made, 20 cases being used to ship the order, and that one case going off into the gray market somewhere. That can really deteriorate from a brand. In beauty, the brand is 100% of what they do. Their brand strength is what makes, gives the value to the company. So the exciting things that we're seeing is, the use case in the store to drive inventory accuracy is the one that'll make them adopt. But once that tag is on there and it's the same tag, it can be used back in the supply chain to say, I made it at this location, it shipped from this location, it was delivered to this DC intact, it left this DC intact, it made it to the store with any kind of transgression. So that's a really exciting thing.
Yeah, but how did you get into this industry?
My background is in electronic packaging, and what I mean by that is chips and things like that. And I've been involved in RFID for about 25 years, and on the technology side, but then got more involved in strategy and focused on the verticals where it was being adopted. So,
where can people find out more about what your company does online?
You can find it out at www.averydennison.com, and there's probably a / for RFID in there. So,
all right. Bob, thank you so much. Jeremy West, live from RetailX.